Okay, I think I'm connected. Let me know if you guys can see or hear me. Because on my end, it looks frozen. Let me see here. All right, I don't know why it's frozen. Can you guys see me and hear me? Okay, good. All right, good. That's what's up. Hey, you guys. Um, I know it's late, but I just wanted to come on here and talk to everybody and just kind of explain some things that are going on. Love you guys too. Thank you guys so much. I just need some like positive energy. I've been going through a lot of stuff this week, and I've been like, my depression has been like really bad. That's why I haven't really been online and I have not been posting, a whole lot. I just been laid up in the bed and working out like crazy. But it's been so much stuff going on. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people in here tonight. Okay, that's awesome. So first of all, because my life has just been so crazy like the last 2 weeks, and I feel like things are just going so fast, and like, I don't know, I'm trying to catch up. So first and foremost, I want to thank everyone who came to my skincare launch party. It meant a lot to me. It was so awesome to meet, like, a bunch of tea sippers from the Twin Cities, some familiar faces, some new faces. I mean, a lot of people showed up, and it just really meant a lot to me. A lot of my, well, no, not a lot of my friends, a few of my friends, family member, but most importantly, my tea sippers came out. And I had a good time. It was a lot of mess behind the scenes that went on. And that kind of bothered me because I feel like I'm the type of person, I don't know if you guys go through this, but I have a big heart and I go out my way to, especially to support black businesses and to support other black people. And sometimes when you don't get that respect in return, like that stuff really messes with me. Like it really does. Because one thing I've always told myself is if somebody's running a black business, I don't haggle and I don't negotiate with black people. I don't, because why? I don't negotiate and haggle with white people. I don't go into Asian beauty salons and say, "Hey, let me get that weave for $50 as opposed to 120 or whatever they're selling it for." I don't go to Target and haggle with the white man. So, when I hire black people to do a job, and this is what, this is a service that you provide and you ask to be my, XYZ, and I hire you, and I said, "Well, what do you charge?" And I already know you're going to overcharge me just because you think I got money, because I know the average person would not, you would not have charged them what you charge me. But like I said, I don't negotiate with people. I give them whatever they're asking for as long as it's reasonable, right? And so I did this, and to not get the quality of work and the respect, um, it was just really hard. It was just really disheartening. The fact that I had to fight to get my footage, and then I get my footage and it just looks like nonsense. It's just a lot of stuff that went on behind the scenes that just really disappointed me. And, it makes me feel like I wonder if I was white, would I have been treated the same way? Because sometimes we take advantage of our own people, and it's like, I can do a half-assed job. I can be late. I can miss meetings. I cannot show up to stuff because you're black like me, so you should understand. Whereas if I was a white woman or a white man, people would have been there. People would have been on time. People would have taken their job seriously. So that like kind of put me into depression because I felt like, people try and take advantage of you, especially when you're a cool person and you try to look out for other people. And when I go through things like that and I deal like with people and their lack of integrity, lack of worth ethic, it makes me not even want to deal with certain businesses. And it's sad when it's our own businesses in our own community. Like, you try and support your own, but then you don't get that same respect back at times. Just like sometimes you might go to a black owned restaurant and it's like people will complain about how, the wait staff might have an attitude, or, they might be slow to bring you, the water, the condiments. But then if another race comes in there, then it's like they're running, they're like speed walking to their table to go help them out. And that was just some of the stuff I've just been going through, and it's just been having my mind blowed. Um, oh God, I got a bunch of super chats. I'm sorry, you guys. I just been going through a lot, so I might be rambling. Thank you for the $2 super chat. It just disappeared. Um, Lindsay said, I want you to know that your T Supers love you and support you. When I was going through it, your videos really helped me. I'm sending love and positive energy. Thank you so much, and thank you for the super chats. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody else's. I just happened to look down. Um, yeah, it's just, man, like I was just hurt by the stuff like I was put through this last week by some of my own people, and it's just sad because it's like most people be like, oh, well, just go with the white company because you're not going to have to deal with any BS. They're going to take their job seriously. They've been in the game forever. But that's the problem. We're always so quick to go and support other races. So I just feel like whenever I can, I have an opportunity, I'd rather bring black people on board and have my money, spread through the black community as opposed to going to go get a white person to go do this or go do that, or a white company go do, the following, and then to just not get that respect in return. To me, is just like it's just I don't know, it's just mind-blowing, just mind-blowing, and it's just frustrating and annoying. And then it's like you still got to be professional because, and again, if I snap and I go off, then it's, oh, you think you're all that, or oh, YouTube is going to your head. And it's not about that. It's just about, flat respect. If I pay you to do a job, do your job. I should never have to chase somebody for footage. I should never have to, basically take over a job that I paid somebody to do. I should just, my family shouldn't have to like come in and like work with somebody who's getting paid to do a service. And my friends and family are getting cut a check. You're getting cut a check, but you're using them, to help you with certain things. So it's just so much unprofessionalism behind the scenes. It just really frustrated me. But like I said, the best part was just seeing and meeting and speaking to my tea sippers and getting hugs and taking pictures. So that was just like just really humbling that you guys came out to support, so that meant a lot to me. Be Humble says, I absolutely love you. Thank you for the motivation and entertainment. You are so welcome. JT Agbatu, I don't know if I said that right. I'm sorry. She sent a $4.99 super chat and said, keep it up. Thank you. I definitely will. Let's see here. Arnitha Earl says, I respect your hustle and grind, T. Keep up the excellent work. Thank you so much. Fallout Girl said they should do the service right regardless of race. Just do your job. It's not cool. You definitely deserve respect. A learning lesson is what I call it. No, it's the truth. And like I said, it's our own that will do that to each other, and it's not just me going through it. I seen it with my homeboy, when he's hired people to do, work for him or to come on as assistants for different projects. And they literally just, drop the ball, don't feel like working. But then they be the first ones to be like, okay, I need to get paid. Well, you didn't do shit, so it's like, why do we do that to each other? I just don't get it. And it's just been something that's just been weighing on me heavy. That's just really frustrating me. Let's see here. Queen Henry now says, love your work. Please don't feel defeated. You are a blessing in the making. Thank you so much. And I won't, and it was so crazy because it's like I didn't even get to even digest the party before I got booked to go down to Miami. It's like I was still like trying to get things together after the party, do a video, get everything up. And then it was like literally I got a phone call like, you got 24 hours to get down to Miami, for Nene Leak's event. And, I went because it was a great opportunity to meet like-minded women and like-minded people and, just get to see people that are on the same level as far as like being entrepreneurs and business women. So I had a good time down there in Miami. And then I came back that Sunday. So it's just been a lot. So then I come back from Miami. Then we get hit with this new YouTube situation, the whole COPPA situation. So I want to go ahead and break that down for you guys here. For y'all who don't know what it is. Let's see here. Sierra Williams says, T, I love you. Will you break this down? The human trafficking epidemic that's going on in ATL and Alabama, please. I haven't been keeping up with that, but human trafficking is nothing new. That's been going on forever. It's sad, but it's been going on for a long time. So the COPPA situation is basically, I've been researching it for the past few days. It's already started affecting me. If you guys have not noticed, I've deleted quite a few videos. My Whoa Baby video had like 300,000 views. I deleted that because it's, supposedly geared towards kids. They came after my Popeye's chicken video, which had nothing about children in there. It didn't have a video of the man being stabbed. It was just commentary. My Pastor Wilson video, which went viral, had like almost 900,000 views. I deleted that just because, when they come, they're going to say it's too sexual. So basically, this is how the whole COPPA thing started. And I just been researching everything the last few days, and I just had not really been in the mood to make no content until I can figure out like what I want to do and, what steps I want to take. But basically, there's some rich little kid named, his name Alex or something like that. He's like a toy kid. He like reviews toys. And so I've never heard of this kid. I don't watch toy reviews. I don't have little kids. So I don't watch children's programming, little kids sing. I'm just not into like little kids stuff on YouTube. I don't watch that shit. I don't have any little kids here. So the little boy Alex made $25 million last year from basically opening toys. Now, the $25 million that he made last year was strictly from YouTube ad revenue, okay? So on top of that, this kid has a toy line at Target. He has numerous endorsement deals from Hasbro, Target, Walmart. I mean, some of the biggest endorsement deals you could only just dream of, this kid and his family have been blessed to obtain, right? So, and I'm not blaming this kid because he's obviously 7 years old. It's on the parents. So what they're saying is that basically TV rules versus YouTube rules are totally different things. And on television, there are strict sets of rules. Okay, especially when it comes to children, there's only so much advertising you can give towards children. There has to be breaks in the TV shows. For commercials, so that way kids can know when there's a break in the programming, so they can tell, what is part of the TV show and what is a commercial. So what the FCC is saying is that when kids watch Alex's toy review, they don't understand that a lot of the toys that he's reviewing, he's been paid for in advance. So these kids are thinking these are genuine toys that Alex and his parents went out and bought, not knowing that these are sponsored ads. Now, in some of the videos, Alex's parents will say, oh, this is an ad from Target. But if you're 4 or 5 and they say at the beginning of the video for 2.3 seconds, is a child really thinking this is an ad, or are they thinking this is a real toy that Alex went and picked out that he really loves? I hope I'm saying the kid's name right. If his name is not Alex, I apologize. But so they're saying that they're not doing a sufficient job to let people know that a lot of the stuff that he's reviewing are from paid advertising. Okay. So a lot of this started, let me bring this back to Ja Rule's ass and the Fire Festival. A lot of this whole advertising, social media stuff started about 2 years ago. Now, I've been saying this for a while, and people keep calling me a hater and keep saying that I'm jealous of what I don't know. But I've been saying for a while that the influencer bubble is bursting. Okay. And I've also been telling you guys for years now that there's a corporate takeover of YouTube, and that this is now turning into CelebTube as opposed to YouTube. It's not about the average person like me and you anymore. You have Jennifer Lopez with a YouTube channel, Serena Williams, Will Smith, just so many people now are now on YouTube. Mainstream A-list celebrities, whereas 5 years ago, they looked their nose down on YouTube. They looked their nose down on influencers until the money started coming in. Until regular people became more famous or just as famous as A-list celebrities, and they were getting deals to make Instagram posts. So when the YouTube bubble was really good, the influencer bubble, when it was really good, I know an Instagram influencer she had like 1 million subscribers or 1 million followers at the time. She would not take on any ads for less than $10,000. So literally companies would pay her to be like, oh my God, like I really love this lotion. This lotion is the best. And you're thinking, hey, she really bought this Nivea. She really likes Nivea lotion. And come to find out, it's a low-key ad. But see, back then, they didn't have to say that. So they were able to rake in money. You had these companies and these influencers basically partnering together to do slick shit against the public. So they could say that this is their favorite without ever mentioning the ad. So what really broke that bubble was the Fire Festival, because what happened is the way they had it, out there to the public is people thought if I buy these tickets to the Fire Festival, I'm going to be cool, hip, I'm going to be rubbing shoulders with Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner and, Bella Hadid and all these fabulous people, only to find out that these women were paid for that advertisement. They had no intention of going to the Fire Festival. It was something they were paid for. So after that, lawmakers came down hard on Instagram and on other social media platforms, stating that if you receive a product, if you receive payment for anything, any type of endorsement, you have to put hashtag ad. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that now on Instagram. A lot of the influencers now had to say hashtag ad, okay? People are messy. I hate messy people. I'm gonna go ahead and block you. Have a good day. So basically, they had to put hashtag ad on their stuff. And so that also trickled down to YouTube. So as a content creator, if you're getting paid, I don't care if it's a wig company, a skincare company, you have to let people know that this is an advertisement, this is product placement, you were paid for this. Just like you would have to let people know if you want on television, right? Thank you, Malaysian Lion. She says you are on another level, Auntie T. Thank you so much. So that's where everything, that's where the bubble kind of busted, is with the whole Fire Festival, right? So now fast forward to this kid named Alex. So his parents have basically, in some videos they'll say it's an ad, other videos they won't say it, or it's really quick. And it's where they really can't differentiate. So on top of that, you have a lot of children's channels. And like I said, on television, in the industry, there's sets of rules. Kids can't work on set for more than, I think 6 hours at the most. There has to be breaks in between that. But when somebody is shooting their child from the comfort of their home, there's no one to regulate. We don't know if this is Alex's first take or if this is his 30th take for them shooting the video. We don't know how long they had this boy in the room playing with toys. We have no idea. So the FCC and the government is trying to crack down on that. They're feeling like, a lot of kids are being abused and being forced to make videos because the parents are the ones raking in the dough. So, for Alex's parents, if they decide to leave YouTube tomorrow, they are set for life. Their child has built generational wealth for life. He made $25 million last year. He made just as much the year before and the year before that. So they're set. They're good. Because like I said, that was just solely on YouTube ads. That's not even, having to do with any of the paid advertisements that they're paid. So because of their greed and because of them not being honest about some of the ad placings, it's now affecting all of YouTube. So it's affecting content creators like myself and everyone else on this platform. And so where the COPPA law is coming into place is basically, now you guys remember about 2 years ago, we got in trouble for making mature content. So if you made mature content, if you cursed in your content, if you talked about more mature subject matter, you were subject to your videos being demonetized, okay? So a lot of people went through demonetization. I went through that as well. So now they're saying that it's not even about the mature content. If you're making your stuff kid friendly or towards children, you won't be demonetized, but they can't leave comments on your videos. Your videos will not be recommended, and you will lose anywhere from 50 to 90% ad revenue on those videos. So this is affecting people, who have like doll channels, who do, just fun regular videos for kids, people who might do like kids story times, just kid vloggers. So it's a lot of people being affected by this. The gaming community, imagine if you do gaming on like Fortnite, which is, a lot of kids play that, Minecraft. So this is going to be affecting a lot of people. Alicia's guy says, much love and respect to you. Send in good vibes your way. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Juanita Franklin says, educate us, lovely tea. Thank you. So another thing that happened, if you guys do not know, let me warn you guys now before I get too into this. What's his name? Mark Apilier. I be forgetting how you say his last name. I think he's like white and Asian or something. He has like 24 million subscribers. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Mark Apilier. Anyways, a bunch of his subscribers got banned off of Google for what Google considered spam. If you guys don't know this. So what I'm going to tell you guys in this chat room, do not put a lot of multiple emojis. Yeah, Markiplier. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all know I can't pronounce nobody's name, honey. I'm glad y'all know who I'm talking about. But basically, he was doing a live stream the other day, and I've done this myself where I'll be like, oh, let me know if you guys watch such and such, put teacups in the comment section, and you guys will put a bunch of teacups. Don't do it now, okay? I'm letting you guys know that now. Do not do it. What happened is during one of his live streams, they were talking about something, I don't know, political, and he was saying, put up a green sign if you agree with this, and put up a red sign if you agree with that. So, people just can't do stuff one time, honey. They got to do it 50 million times. So you had people putting green, 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 red, 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 red. All those people were instantly banned, not only off of YouTube, their Google accounts were banned. And some of these people were other YouTubers who depend on Google for their income. And then when they went to try and fight it, Google was like, no. So Mark really went above and beyond to contact YouTube to try and get people's channels reinstated. So I don't know what is going on this site, but it's just getting scarier and scarier that you can't even put a bunch of emojis anymore, because Google is now tracking that stuff. And if they feel like you're spamming, your entire Google account will be banned. Not just your YouTube account, your Google email, your Google AdSense, you will be banned off of the whole entire Google platform. That is what happened to a lot of Mark's fans. So if you guys don't know about that, that's what's going on. On top of that, Brenda says, this makes me want to cry. That's horrible. It really is, because think about it. Imagine if you're a blogger, you have a website, and you get income from Google. And because you just happen to be in a YouTuber's chat, going with the flow and posting, what he asks you to post, like, you team red or you team green, you're just playing along with what he's saying. And then imagine you're just completely banned off of Google. So you can't get your ad revenue. You can't pay your rent. I mean, this was affecting a lot of people. It was really scary. Another thing on top of that, yeah, it's crazy, you guys. Another thing on top of that, with this whole COPPA law, they're gonna start making us basically say, is your video that you're making, is it kid friendly, or is it adult related? You have to check one, and it had me do that today with those 2 videos that I uploaded. I had to go into the beta studio software, and I had to check adult content or kid content. Of course, I checked adult. I don't make my content for kids, but I understand that kids are going to watch me. But the thing is this: if you are making content for children and you're lying and saying that it's adult content, the FCC can now come after you, and they will sue you for $42,000 per video. Okay? Per video. So content creators can now be sued by the FCC. So this is like some really scary, depressing stuff. Is Killer Queen in here? I just seen somebody say, hey, Killer Queen. I like her videos. But this is like some really, really scary, depressing stuff. Just 2 weeks ago, we were talking about, I was encouraging you guys to start YouTube channels and giving you guys tips. At this point, there's not going to be any YouTube channel for you guys to start, because you can't talk about family-friendly content. You can't talk about mature content. So it's like, what the hell do you want us to talk about, YouTube? It's so frustrating. Another thing, if they feel like your background is too kid-friendly, like how some of the hair gurus, and I'll use my boy, Malibu Dollface, as an example, because he uses these beautiful backdrops. Sometimes they're neon pink and yellow and, just fun colors to show off the wigs that he slayed. Well, now what they're saying is that some of those backgrounds could be considered kid-friendly. So now you can get a video flagged because of your backdrop. If it's too bright and if it's something that can attract kids, you can now be, fined for that. On top of your thumbnails. If your thumbnails have kids in them, so let's say I'm doing a story about, whatever Disney star is involved in some fuckery, because I'm talking about a Disney star and I have a Disney star in my thumbnail, they can come after that now. So it's getting really, really scary. And it is like YouTube is turning into MySpace, they said. Yeah, it's that bad. And that's why I wanted to do this live stream, because I just didn't want to make a whole long video. I'm like, this is better just go about it live and talk about it. It's just, and that's the part that's just been having me really depressed, because all of this stuff goes into effect in January. And I'm just like, at this point, I think they just want us to be vloggers, They literally want us to walk around with cell phones and just talk about bullshit. Hey, you guys, what do you know what I mean? Like, we really can't hit on any topics. That's why I've been stopped posting on my news channel because, like I told you guys, everything that I post on my news channel gets demonetized. So I'm not going to waste time posting on a channel that's not monetized and that they're not, approving anything that I submit. And that's how it's getting now with this channel and with other people's channels. Is that literally, every other video is demonetized, no rhyme or reason, no explanation, so it's getting really frustrating. And then it's like, you know, everybody has a Patreon now. Everybody has a, PayPal me, donate PayPal, Cash App. And I thank each and every one of you guys who send me money on Patreon, Cash App, PayPal. It means a lot because, like I said, a lot of this content that I make, I don't get paid for it, but I enjoy doing it. But, it means a lot that you guys send, $1 per month, $5, 20, whatever y'all send. But then I also have to look at it like, how fair is that to our subscribers that we all constantly have to be like, please sign up for my Patreon. Please, after a while, we just all look like we're begging. And you guys don't just watch me. You guys watch tons of people. So as a subscriber, even with me, I get torn because I watch a lot of people. So it's almost like, okay, well, I got to give this person $5 this month and this person 10 and this, you know what I mean? So it's like just trying to keep people's channels afloat. It's insane. On top of having to pay for Netflix and Hulu and, so I just thank you guys for being supportive, but trust me, I don't get mad. I don't be in my feelings when y'all send me emails like, oh my gosh, I can't, send anything this month. I apologize. You don't ever have to apologize because whatever you guys can do, it's appreciated. Whatever you can't do, I totally understand. But, it's to the point where I feel the same way as the subscribers because I know there's people right now whose channels are just straight up demonetized. They cannot, especially, I try to support a lot of the conspiracy channels because they don't get any type of anything from YouTube. YouTube is basically shadow ban most conspiracy channels. So most of the people that I send money to on Patreon and PayPal are all conspiracy channels or more, channels that make you think that I know do not get any money from YouTube. And even then, that starts to be a lot. I think I probably pay out close to $300 a month on just different channels just trying to help people out. So it's just crazy, you guys. It's so frustrating. It really is. And it's like, I want to, I want to make the content that I want to make. I've been doing commentary for years. I was doing commentary when it was not a thing. When everybody on YouTube was doing skits and I was, the loser black chick just, trying to be like Oprah and Wendy. No, I just, I have an opinion. I want to talk about it. And so it's like, this is all I know is commentary. This is what I love. I love editing. I just love being able to start with nothing and being able to paint an entire picture for you guys, an entire breakdown. But now we're being punished. And let me just keep it all the way real if I can. The reason why YouTube is doing this, the reason why the FCC is in their fucking feelings, I'm going to keep it all the way 100. Now, granted, Alex's parents, they definitely messed up by doing little shiesty shit, and now it's trickling down to everybody else. Just like when Logan Paul fucked up, it trickled down on all of us. But the real reason why the FCC is so involved now in YouTube is because YouTube has been the wild, wild west for years, okay? People have been able to upload anything on YouTube, especially in the early years of YouTube, with no consequences, uploading full movies and songs and, all types of stuff, the bullying, the harassment, the BS that goes on. And like I said, when it comes to television, there's a lot of regulations. What I think right now is because YouTube has become such a powerful conglomerate. I think I said that word properly. They become so powerful that nobody watches television anymore. Like, let's keep it real. Even when we do watch TV, we literally watch TV and tweet at the same time. Like, social media has become so, such an intricate part of our lives that we don't even watch TV the same, okay? So most people watch YouTube. YouTube, for the most part, is free. You can get your news on YouTube. You can find out all the latest celebrity news, regular news. You can see skits and, have ebooks read to you. Just whatever how to fix a car, how to make this, how to make that. I mean, at this point, you don't really technically need to go to college for a lot of stuff because you can go on YouTube and, take classes on certain things to teach yourself like I did editing. So there's a jealousy there. Let's keep that real. There's a jealousy. There's an animosity. Because remember, for a long time, YouTube was considered new media. They didn't think it was going to last. They thought it was just a fluke. Okay, it's just something that people are involved in right now. It's not a big deal. And now YouTube is now surpassing television. And so they can't have that. So I think what they want to do eventually is get rid of just regular, everyday content creators, and they want this to be a corporate site. They want this to be the new television, okay? So when you come to YouTube, you're basically able to watch different channels. ABC, CBS, Fox. You're able to like flip through different channels on YouTube as opposed to your television. That is why I see this platform going. This is why I was saying before that I find it just really annoying when I see a bunch of supposed A and B list celebrities who are supposed to be way up here, and now they're doing commentary. They have, Revolt TV and all this stuff, and it's like, no, how about y'all go act in a movie? You know what I'm saying? And leave all this stuff to just the regular Joe Schmo, because at the end of the day, y'all can't say what y'all want to say any damn way because you guys are cool with everybody in the industry. So it's just like, I feel like that's the main thing, is that the FCC and a lot of these companies, they really feel some type of way. Think about it. Thank you. I'm glad you guys see where I'm coming from. Alex's family single-handedly was able to make $25 million in 1 year. They didn't have to pay any advertisers. They didn't have to pay for any overhead. They didn't have to pay the grip, the lighting person, the technician, the screenwriter. Nothing. All that money was kept to themselves. You have movie studios who don't make that much in a year. And then they have to cut salaries to everybody. So at this point, YouTube has made too many regular people rich, able to take care of themselves, able to be self-sufficient, able to have a voice. And, the government and the FCC, they can't have that. We can't have regular people creating generational wealth for themselves. We need them to be a slave to the system. Because how many times do we see in YouTube comment sections, I'm about to quit my job, I'm going to be a YouTuber. Do you know how many kids I run across on a daily basis who come up to me, who recognize me and say, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to get into YouTube. How do I become a YouTuber? Like, that's what kids want to be now. When you ask the average 12 to 15-year-old, they all want to be YouTubers. But the problem is that YouTube bubble is about to bust. And at this point, if you ain't been doing it, I don't even know what to tell. I don't even know what kind of advice to give people anymore. Because it's almost like, do I even want to still be here creating content? Because in a minute, it's like we're not going to be able to talk about anything because everything's going to be so restricted. Oh, my gosh. Let me see these comments here. I got a super chat. Full Circle says, great points. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Let them know Mother Efforts is making too much money. The government ain't getting a cut. The government ain't getting their money. Taxes. YouTube is going to shut down soon. Oh, no, that's the misconception, baby. I agree with the first half, but no, don't get it twisted. We pay taxes. I've paid more taxes at some points in my life than some people have made in an entire year. So this isn't free money. That's the thing that people get misconstrued, is that YouTube is free money. This is a legitimate business. You have to cross every T and dot every I. We pay a lot of money in taxes. So it's not, it's not just free money. That's the misconception. But yeah, they're definitely pissed that just regular people were able to basically eat off of social media, make a life for themselves off of social media. That's why they tried to do that act a few years ago. What was that act where they were trying to I can't even think. There's been so many bills. Was it SOPA? It might have been SOPA. And they all end with an A. It's been just so many different bills that they've done to try to control the internet. And it's just really scary at this point. Thank you, Janae, for the $5. I appreciate it. What happened to freedom of speech? Freedom of speech is long gone, hun. Long gone. You got to pay taxes. Why don't we create our own platform? Everybody says that. The Mushmouth community has been creating a black YouTube for the past 10 years and still ain't done it. So I'm not going to hold my breath. They say that all the time. How you going to be on the white man's platform screaming about the white man is the devil, and then they still have yet to build their own platform? They just sit and complain. Like, it's not easy to build your own YouTube. It's just not. This is something that, when those people who created YouTube, and one of them went to my old high school, I just found that out recently, so shout out to him. One of the creators of YouTube went to Central. But Yeah, they never imagined to be as big as it became. And even with that, yes, SOPA, that was the act. Thank you. Even with that, YouTube takes 45% of our revenue. So imagine how much money we'd be making without YouTube taking that big chunk. So they already take 45% of our revenue. On top of them now, and I think why they're trying to do so much demonetization is that they want to use that money to pay A-list celebrities. Because you notice they never complain about demonetization. A lot of them, they get premium ads. Jimmy Kimmel, he has his own little ad thing on YouTube. He doesn't even go through the regular YouTube system. So he can talk about any tragedy, any situation, and have it fully monetized. And I think that's why they're taking away from regular people and regular creators, so that way they can pay A-list celebrities to stay on their platform. Because they know even if they get rid of, like, the Me, the PewDiePies, the Shane Dawsons, the Jeffree Stars, A-list celebrities will still be able to command an audience. Even if they get rid of all the regular people, people will still come to YouTube to see Jennifer Lopez, to see Will Smith, things like that. Because again, people love living vicariously through the rich and famous. So I don't think YouTube is going to go anywhere as far as that part goes. Under capitalism, you can't have rights unless you pay them for them. That's the price of being human. 45% might as well be 50. Highway robbery. Oh yeah. Even these super chats. They take a big percentage of the super chats as well. So I mean it's really crazy because again, we're the people who made YouTube what it is. We helped build this platform, and I'm one of the OGs on here, and I'm proud to say that. People can climb and be like, you've been on here for 15 years. I ain't been on here for 15, but y'all know what I'm saying. And whatever, I don't care. I've watched this platform grow to what it is, and I'm proud to say that I'm one of the people who, who just came out on a leap of faith, started making videos, because I know if it wasn't for me, doing what I did, a lot of people wouldn't have had a blueprint to follow. Let's just say that, okay? So I've watched this platform from the very beginning go through the ups and downs, go through all types of BS changes, but this is probably the worst I've ever seen, especially now that the government is getting involved in the FCC. Like, this is like just the worst in the whole, 10 years we've been on here. So the whole situation is just like, it's insane. And a lot of family channels are going to definitely be affected. The Ace family, all those people who have kids in their videos, they're going to lose a lot of monetization, but a lot of them are already millionaires. So, am I going to boo-hoo for them? Not really, because a lot of them got to where they're at by just doing all types of just goofy, just goofy shit, but you have a lot of people who like legitimately make good content, make educational content, and now they're going to be punished because some millionaire, some kid who became a YouTube millionaire at 7 because his family messed up, and because the government is jealous of his family and how they were able to make all this money and all this wealth off of YouTube, and now they want a piece of that. Let's see here. Somebody says, "Is it still worth it to pursue a YouTube career in 2019?" I don't think it is, but you can try. Yep, all the gaming channels are definitely going to suffer because the majority of their fans are kids. That's all my boys watch is gaming channels. So there a lot of them are going to suffer, but a lot of the gaming channels like PewDiePie and others, they've made so much money over the years that they'll be okay, but it still just sucks. It really does. Lovely Lucino says, "Hey T, been with you for almost 10 years. That's what's up. Do you think Facebook will be next?" Possibly. All these celebrities are trying to move to YouTube. They are. And that's the thing that really annoys me. And that's one of the reasons why I slowed down on doing interviews with celebrities. I notice, what I notice about some celebrities is that they want to use me for my platform. And because, a lot of people respect my voice and they respect my integrity. And if I bring somebody on my platform, that says a lot. So what I would notice is that I'm bringing you on my platform, introducing you to my audience, but then when it comes to you introducing me to your audience, it's crickets. You're not resharing my interviews. You're not reposting me. None of that shit. So, like I said, you ain't got to show me your true colors but once or twice, and I'm done. So that's why I just been kind of slow. I mean, I get celebrities all the time to hit me up like, "Can you interview me? I would love to come on your platform." And at this point, I'm not bringing nobody on my platform unless it's something that's easily reciprocated. If you can't share my shit after I done interviewed you and introduced you to my audience, then it's a no-go. And that's what a lot of people try and do. They want to use you for what you've built, but then they don't want to share you with their audience, which is just weird to me. And a lot of them are trying to come up on YouTube. A lot of them see that there's a check to get. I had a celebrity, and I'm not going to say her name. I had her DM me the other day, and I had to kind of check her ass, okay? And you might be watching. I'm not going to say your name because I'm not petty like that, sis. But you was what you really thought like you was about to pump me. And I don't play them games, especially when it comes to my channel, my hard work. And this celebrity DM me. Let me read this super chat. Krista Nicole says, thanks for the live. Very informative. Sending a few cups. Sending a few cups. Anyways, bump YouTube. Good night. Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing good. So she hit me up and she was like, I need you to take down the videos that you made of me. You're not going to be making no more money off of me. Honey, I guess she didn't know. So my first response to her was, okay, first and foremost, I've made 2 videos of you my whole YouTube career, okay? No, it's not an A-lister. It's not like a Beyonce or, you know what I mean? And I said, I'm really shocked by this DM. I said, I was not expecting this at all because the 2 times I've talked about your ass, I've always been respectful. I've always spoke about you in high regards. I thought you was really cool. I'm mad surprised right now that you would DM me this. I said, you don't run nothing on my YouTube. I'm not taking nothing down. You know what I'm saying? And most of the videos are demonetized anyway. So please tell me where all this money went that I made off of you supposedly. So when she seen that I didn't have no time for her bullshit, she came back and she apologized and said that it was her management team who sent the DM. Okay, sis. You know, I just let it go. You know, I took my screenshots just in case. You know, people like to play games. But, you know, I let it go. I was just like, you know, I told her, I said, well, that's fine if your management wrote this. I don't believe I don't believe at all that her management team wrote that shit. I believe it came from her. But like I told her, I said, at the end of the day, I'm the last person you should be contacting. I said, because one thing that any of your little celebrity friends that I know that you run with can tell you is that I'm very fair and I have integrity. I've never drugged you. I've never talked about your looks. I've never talked about your body. But you have YouTubers who drag people all day, every day. So if you even come at me about some shit, that's some nonsense. So she came back and she apologized again and, you know, tried to reiterate that it wasn't her who sent it, you know, but again, a lot of these celebrities are trying to find their way onto YouTube. So now they're feeling like, well, let me go and contact people and see what I can do and, you know, have them remove whatever videos they've made of me so that way people will just come to my channel. It's not happening, sis. I'm not deleting shit unless I feel the need to delete it because it's, you know, jeopardizing or if YouTube tells me to delete it. Other than that, I'm not just going to go and delete a video that's perfectly fine, that there's nothing wrong with, that's just straight commentary about your particular situation. Travis Timon says, hey, Lovely T, have a great night. Thank you so much. Honey Bun says, all the art channels are suffering too. 10 channels I know stop making videos. Wow. Yeah. And that's the sad part because, again, those channels are geared towards kids. So that's the part that's just like really sad and just scary that a lot of people, this is their livelihood and people can, no, it wasn't Tokyo Tony. Y'all know me and Tokyo Tony, honey. I'd have called her name out. We done got into it so many times. No, I'm not going to say who it was. I'm not messy like that. It's not about knocking this woman or having people go troll her and cuss her out. I don't get down like that. She knows what it was. You know what I'm saying? I held my own. I said what I had to say. She apologized. You know what I'm saying? I accepted her apology. I kept it moving. But I'm just, you know, basically reiterating this for any celebrities who are watching this. I'm not taking down shit. Unless it's something with YouTube, unless it's something with, you know, the COPPA situation, all videos will stand. Okay? I'm the last person y'all should be worried about. But, yeah, a lot of the art channels, they are going through that because a lot of kids watch, you know, art videos. A lot of people at this point have just like, you know what, I have a more kid-friendly channel. I have a non-controversial channel, so I'm just out. The main people who are not really affected from what I see are the beauty gurus, which to me is funny because they probably create the most drama on this platform. They are the messiest group of people on this platform, but yet they're the least affected by this. So, which is just funny to me. Look, somebody said, yes, don't delete a damn thing. Oh, no, I wasn't gonna. I was like, girl, bye. Stop it. Some people are making their own websites. Almost definitely. Yeah, we have our own website. We have our own website. We always do. Mm-hmm. You will lose YouTube money. Meanwhile, Trump is running amok. What about the conspiracy channels? Shit, they're all going down. You can't even Google a lot of their names. They don't even come up. Like I have most of them like bookmarked, or I have to go through my Patreon to go even find their videos because they're like they literally shadow ban so many conspiracy channels. It's crazy. They got rid of so much stuff. Let's see here. Do you have products for hyperpigmentation? No, I don't, unfortunately. Anything they should. Okay, I just talked about it for like a whole hour. You're gonna have to rewatch the live stream. I broke down the whole COPPA situation. I think it's pretty good. Shane Dawson. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm just to the point now where I don't know what's gonna go on with YouTube. Um, Somebody said you have people just cancel those channels that are pimping out their kids for YouTube check. They're living in mansions and driving foreign cars. Shake my head. The Patreon family. I don't even know who that is. I think IG is currently being monetized. They need to. I think it's really sad. I think they need to monetize Instagram. You know, a lot of people have made these social media sites pop. And just think about it. If it wasn't for us posting our pictures and our content and driving people to these websites, they'd be nothing. We've made Facebook billions of dollars. We've made Twitter and Instagram and YouTube billions of dollars, global recognition, only for these same companies to turn their backs on the people who made them, you know what I'm saying, grow and be where they're at today. Like I said, this platform was for the regular Joe Schmo. And now YouTube is turning their back on the regular people who made the platform what it is. It wasn't the celebrities who made this what it was. Celebrities weren't checking for YouTube 2 years ago. Because again, to be on YouTube as an A-list celebrity, that was like downgrading yourself. That was, oh God, I would never do the internet. I'm a, A-list movie star. And now they're all flocking to YouTube. So that just lets you know when you see celebrities flocking to something that they used to turn their nose up at, that's how you know there's going to be major changes. And mark my words, they're going to start turning YouTube into what television used to be because television is dying. Nobody's watching that. A lot of people are refusing to pay a cable bill for what? When you can pay for Netflix and watch YouTube. So television is definitely dying, and the old heads are definitely in their feelings, and they're definitely worried about it. Reese Witherspoon, she has a YouTube channel. They do. They don't have a comment system. They won't be giving YouTube attention anymore. Do it as a hobby. Hey, love, what about doxing? Ain't watched TV in a while. I'm asking again what the problem is. Yeah, a lot of people just don't watch TV like that anymore. Keytron says you can't even get in and get paid anymore. You have to have 4,000 hours before you start getting paid with YouTube. Yeah. And I agreed with that. People got mad at me and I didn't give a shit. I agree with that. Where YouTube really messed up, because again, I've been here for so long, where they started having all these problems was when they opened up the floodgates of letting any and everybody monetize their content. Before, you notice when they were strict with the monetization, when it was only a select few people, people acted accordingly because they wanted to get into that monetization club. Okay, now how I got monetized is that YouTube reached out to me. So this was like back in like 2009, 2010. They said, well, we're starting a monetization program. We're trying to reach out to a few different creators. We're liking your content. And at that point, I was just doing hair videos. So they reached out to me, to see if I was interested in applying. Me and a few other people that they reached out to, they also applied. They didn't get approved, but I ended up getting approved. And I remember that caused some type of animosity between me and, one other person. It's like they definitely felt some type of way. That wasn't my fault. So I got approved. And I remember back then, you couldn't even get a check until you got to $100. And I think it took me about maybe 2 months to get my first $100 check, okay? But it was so, It was just like you had to act accordingly. You had to make decent content. You had to follow the guidelines. And then at that point, they decided if you were be approved or not. And then what happened is that people started bitching and whining about, well, that's not fair. It's only the white folks getting approved, which was not true because I was approved for monetization and I had only been on YouTube, like a year, if or probably less than a year. So, and at that point, I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers, but they just liked my personality and my content. So a lot of people were complaining and it's not fair and this and that. So then finally I think it was like around 2011, I believe it was like 2011, 2010, around that time is when they said they would let everybody monetize their content. Well, when they did that, that's where they fucked up. Because at that point, people were just uploading anything just because they knew it would get clicks and views. That's when you would see the thumbnails with the boobs. You know how everybody used to put the boobs in their thumbnails and all the clickbait started. Once everybody was able to make money off of YouTube, that is when all of the nonsense, all of the drama, all of the lawsuits, all of the trolling, the horrible competition, that is when everything started. I love your videos. I agree with everything you said, and I refuse to watch any celebrities on YouTube. How much more money do they want? Exactly. But yeah, so that's when everything started. About 5 years ago. Um, so then what they try to do once they realize their fuck up, because they allowed any and everybody to be monetized. I mean, even Muslim extremists were being monetized. They were, uploading beheading videos and, terroristic videos, and they were making money off of YouTube. So at that point, that's when they were facing lawsuits from, other companies. That's when the advertisers were pulling back because they're seeing their ads on, like, beheading videos and all this other bullshit, right? So at that point, YouTube tried to, basically put the toothpaste back in the tube, but it was too late. And now they have more stringent rules. You need 4,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, and, all these new rules. But to me, it's a little bit too late. They should have never opened monetization up to any and everybody. It should have been for people who are actually making decent content, who are actually willing to put in the work. Because, like I said, for months, close to a year, I made videos. I didn't get paid a dime. But because I really loved it, this is what I wanted to do, I just kept working at it until finally they reached out. But when they made it open to any and everybody, that's when they created a whole bunch of mess for themselves. um, Crystal Norfleet says, "Hey T, continue to keep shining. Did you watch Omarion's interview with Vlad TV? I did see some of it. He was trying to act unbothered, but he was doing a lot of stuttering and bumbling, honey. But he was trying to act like he was very unbothered, and I'm glad that he's not giving April and Fizz the attention that they're so desperately seeking, because that's all they're doing. They're seeking attention, and he's still paying them no dust." Um, Vero L says, "Hey T, I'm late, but I wanted to show a little support because you were the very first YouTuber that I really started watching and following. I love your content, and I wish you nothing but the best." Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat from both of you guys. Thank you. But yeah, so that's really what caused a lot of the mess on YouTube, is them allowing any and everybody to, to make money. When you do something like that, people are going to abuse stuff. I mean, I remember running across videos, they're probably still on the platform. People uploading people doing things for 10 hours straight. It's like, do you know how much of a weirdo you have to be to upload a 10-hour video of somebody ringing the doorbell? Or a 10-hour video of just, a TikTok noise for 10 hours. And I remember just looking at that from an IT perspective, like, do they know how much bandwidth and storage that's taking up? Imagine if, like, just 10% of the YouTube subscribers just uploaded 10-hour videos. And they have to pay so much money to keep all of this data stored. And I think from what I've heard, I know from what I read a few years ago, Google, this wasn't even the best investment for Google. Google has lost more money buying YouTube than they've made back because of just all the foolishness that they allowed on this platform for so long. They've lost a lot of money. And I think now they're trying to recoup that by demonetizing a lot of regular channels and giving that to celebrities and trying to push it, trying to make it a more celebrity, type place. T, not only that, they are doxing the hell out of YouTubers, putting others' families on social media. That is beyond dangerous. What do you think will happen to ASMR? I don't know. Some YouTube creators have cheapened their whole content. Hold on. Of what YouTube used to be. Do you think YouTube would start charging people to have a channel on their platform? Haha, 10 hours of a dancing Gandalf. I remember those videos. Google is paid. Come on. Google is paid, but they're not paid from the YouTube investment. Google is paid by lots of other ways, but they did not make their money back with the YouTube acquisition. They've lost money, if anything. They faced a lot of lawsuits, a lot of drama, so they haven't made a lot of money from the YouTube purchase. But it's not like Google's broke. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that the money that they used to purchase YouTube, they haven't made that money back. And that's the real issue. Follow the paper trail. Let's see here. I see Paris Hilton got a YouTube channel now. It's like everybody does. It's crazy. Also, YouTube is helping people become unindoctrinated from a lot of the lies they've been taught. They are trying to hold on to those lies. What about Instagram? Yeah, it's a bunch of mess. Um, I'm starting to think that YouTube might charge to have an account. I think that might be a possibility. I could definitely see that happening. They already have YouTube Red because, like I said, they're not making money off of this platform. You guys have to realize, from a technical standpoint, how much it costs to store all of the data on YouTube. One of my ex-boyfriends, he used to do IT for this company, and that's what they did. They stored data for not only YouTube, but for, I mean, hundreds of companies throughout the country. And it costs a pretty penny. I mean, you're talking about, data storage centers the size of, small cities. And they're having to store all this data. It's no different than when you have a website. Somebody's storing all the data from your website. So imagine being YouTube. That's a lot of data that they have to pay to store. I'm talking about billions of dollars when it's all said and done to store this data, on a continuous basis. So it's a lot of money. So they do need to go through and clean up. I mean, they're so worried about kid-friendly content and shit. They need to get rid of just some of these bullshit videos that have been on here for years at a time, just taking up data and bandwidth. 10-hour doorbell ringing. Listen to me burp for 3 minutes straight. Just stupid stuff. Like, just get rid of all that first. And you probably save some damn money. Let's see here. Security Team was a good channel that started spilling tea about another. They never got back their demonetization. I thought everybody went hard for Security Team, honey. Because when white folks are demonetized, they fans go hard. They was going in on YouTube when Security Team went through all that drama. But I thought they got remonetized. Their fans stormed YouTube on I'm not on Instagram, on Twitter. Yeah, I remember that scandal. That was messed up. Oh yeah, my Popeyes chicken video, they took that down. The video about the roommate, I had to take that down. So like I said, quite a few videos I just had to take down because I can't risk them coming at me crazy about, this is not kid friendly, this is dangerous. So at this point in time, I'm going to have to dumb down a lot of my content, which is very unfortunate. I just think it's going to be to the point now where I'm just going to have to be like a blogging channel or do fucking mukbangs and, just goofy shit like that, because it seems like that's all they want. They really don't want you to talk about anything of substance, because that's the content that they're coming from. They want the Logan Pauls and the people who just make mindless content. Those are the people that they constantly push on this platform. But people who are talking about real stuff and, really trying to educate people and give advice, they're not interested in that. I don't feel bad. Everybody on YouTube for one reason, to see something. I seen them charging people. You spoke about that last year. I love that you say data like a true Brit from England. I refuse to watch celebrities on YouTube. I can watch them on other places. Exactly. I don't watch any celebrity YouTube channels. I'm not interested in the least. If I want to watch you, I'll watch a movie. Damn, YouTube is where I came from. The big networks like CBS and Fox are jealous that content creators get more views on their news stories. And oh yeah, there were times where, like, especially my news channel when it was popping, I was always getting way more views than CNN and Fox and all that stuff. You know, and I remember one time I was at the YouTube space and the news people from LA wanted to interview me, not for the news or anything. They were trying to pick my brain, you know, on some slick shit. Well, you know, how are you able, you know, we've noticed you get a lot of views. How are you able to get more views? You know, because we're the actual news station. So what is it that people would rather watch you talk about the news? And like I told the old white man, I said, because I say what people are thinking. Y'all sit there in front of y'all's news desk like robots. Y'all can't have any type of emotion. You guys can't give an opinion one way or another. You know, you guys have to be completely neutral and like robots. I said, I can, if I'm mad about something, I can be mad about it. If I'm okay with something, I can be okay with it. And my audience just accepts that. I said, that's the difference. That's why people don't watch you guys, because you guys are like robots. You know, he was taking notes and shit, like, oh, okay. But yeah, that's all that is. That's what it boils down to, is a lot of just jealousy, a lot of animosity, because new media has overtaken old media. Amber D says, love you, T. Stay true to yourself. I love your content. Thank you so much. And I will try my darndest too. But like I said, you know, the way these rules are looking, ain't none of y'all about to help me pay that 42 grand if I get popped. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at this point we got to walk on eggshells, because it's a lot deeper than, oh, you know, you just don't want to make, you know, deep thought provoking content because you want to get paid. No, at this point in time, everybody's looking at fines. I'm not paying no 42 grand. I know damn well my audience is about to help me pay no 42 grand. Half of y'all be like, oh, well, shit. It sucks to be you. You know what I mean? So it's like, unfortunately, we have to walk on eggshells. I got babies to take care of. I'm not dealing with no fines from the FCC. Hell no. Per video, too? No, ma'am. For real. Let's see here. 42K per video. Yes, not 4,200. 42,000 per video if they find you in violation. And there's no, oh, I didn't know. Oops, my bad. Please forgive me. If they find you in violation one time, if they feel like this video has too much pink in the background, or you're talking about some Disney kids, or you're talking about some things that might affect children, or you're, you know, gaming Fortnite, they can come after you. So yeah, it's really scary. Look, always a student says, I used to do radio. The FCC is no joke. Thank you. Exactly. Those are the same people, they were finding Howard Stern back in the day and Oprah Winfrey. They don't play that. They do not play that. So, you know, unfortunately, I have to walk on eggshells. Like, I'm not trying to get no 42. Y'all crazy? Per video. Yep, it's that bad now. So you're going to see come January, a lot of YouTubers will either stop making videos, move on to a different platform or to like their website, and really be asking y'all to help them out and donate and things like that, because it's about to, people are about to take a really big hit come January. We literally have like less than 2 months to like get stuff cleaned up. So it's really scary, everything that's going on. It's very depressing. Can you upload videos onto your personal website? Now, B. Gregory, let me break that down to you real quick. And I had a conversation with Michelle A.T. Alien about this and a few other people who own websites like blog sites and stuff like that. And I don't know, y'all can agree or disagree. Shout out to all 3,000 of y'all in here. The reason why the website thing no longer works, I have my website. We post on my website every day. I pay out more money to my bloggers than I bring in on my website. I'm lucky if I even make $100 a month on my website. But I pay 3 times as that out to my bloggers. So I literally don't make any money off my site. If anything, I'm in the hole, okay? But it's cool because we need a website. We need a lovelyt.com. You know, it keeps my bloggers working and gives them things to do and stuff like that. So I'm never going to take that away. The problem is we don't get traffic on our website, and most websites no longer get traffic. Now, Michelle, she's been in the game for a long time, for her blog site. So she still gets a lot of traffic because she's been blogging for years. So even some of her old blogs are still generating revenue for her. But for most people who've only been, running the website for a few years, we're not going to get, you're not going to make money off your website. And this is why. Okay. This is where the conspiracy comes in. Back in the day, I remember having certain blog sites bookmarked. So in the morning at work, I would go to like Bossip.com, Michelle Straight from the A, Freddie O, Concrete Loop, Sandra Rose, all the bloggers. And then what happened was this: the Shade Room happened, Instagram happened, and microblogging happened. So what that did, and YouTube, so what that did is basically it conditioned people that I don't need to go to www.lovelyt.com, bossip.com, mediatakeout.com. I can just go to Instagram and it's a one-stop shop. So instead of going from this website to that website to that website, I can just, follow the Shade Room, and they're going to steal content from everybody else, put their watermark on it like they own it, and then I know the tea for the day. You get what I'm saying? So we've all been conditioned. So I'm really glad you brought that up, B. Gregory. We've been conditioned to use social media as our new form of media. Okay, we've been deconditioned to go to websites. So that's why a lot of websites have now lost traffic. They don't generate revenue. That's why so many bloggers started running to YouTube, because nobody's going to websites anymore. Everybody wants to do commentary and vlog and talk about what they used to type about. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of people, that's what happened. Yep, facts. Woozy Z says facts. You're right. We're lazy. I also check out, Ooh Lovely T is telling the truth. The reason why the internet websites started flopping. Exactly. And I've had many conversations with, different bloggers about this, and they never looked at it like that until I brought it up. We got conditioned to just go to like one platform to go get our info. Just look at YouTube. Nobody goes to foxnews.com like that, or cnn.com. You go onto YouTube. So that's the problem. Even if we put the content on our website, who about to put in www? Nobody does it anymore. People would much rather see my news content either via Facebook or on Instagram before they visit my website. We post links all the time. We post stories every day. Whatever stories, I'm not able to cover on YouTube, trust me, they're on the website. But again, we have to start reconditioning ourselves to go back to that www. Because at this point in time, freedom of speech is in jeopardy. A lot of these, sites are cracking down. There's a lot of new rules being in place. Instagram is taking away likes. There's a lot of things changing on social media. So if you still want your freedom to be able to express yourself, we all have to get back in the mind frame of going back to the old school www, whatever website you want to visit.com. So until we all get back to that mentality, nobody's going to be making any money on their website. So if you're not making any money on your website, you have no other source of income coming in, what is really going to encourage you to upload onto your website? So that's the unfortunate situation that we find ourselves in. Ali Too Sweet says, I wish I could watch you a long time ago. You are so intelligent. Love your content. Thank you so much. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, so that's what's going on right now with that whole situation. Microblogging is basically blogging on other social media sites like Instagram. A microblogger, I do that on Instagram. Basically, when you post a story via Instagram, via your Instagram stories, via your Instagram page. A blog is on a website. It's on a www. But a microblog is when you're taking whatever content off of the website and you're putting in a smaller form, because you're going to type so much on Instagram. So that's why at the end of like every Shade Room post, if they have like a long, story, they'll go go to theshaderoom.com to go read the rest. Nobody ever goes to theshaderoom.com because nobody cares to go to theshaderoom.com. We just go straight to the comments section. So again, the Shade Room gets more traffic on Instagram than their own website. But the unfortunate part is if Instagram decides to shut them down, because a lot of people have issues with the Shade Room reposting their pictures, reposting their children's pictures, putting their watermark on there as if they own these pictures when they don't. And then the celebrities, like the Shade Room gets more traffic on celebrity pictures than even the celebrities who are posting them. So let's say Kalani posts a picture of her baby. Let's say she only gets like 25,000 views, 10,000 likes. But then the Shade Room can post it and they might get 60,000 views or 70,000 views and, 100,000 likes. So a lot of celebrities definitely feel some type of way about that. So again, if it ends up being a big deal or if things keep getting worse like it is, if they decide to shut the Shade Room down tomorrow, what's going to happen to them? Because again, nobody goes to theshaderoom.com. Because again, we've been conditioned to not do that. Things like this is what killed LiveJournal. I haven't heard of LiveJournal in years. I see why our grandparents called us the microwave generation because we like things fast. Yep, it's the truth. If IG takes away likes, clout chasers, anonymous officers will pop up everywhere. If y'all leave these platforms, your fans will follow. Not necessarily, honey. I tried that a few years ago and no one followed. That I'm just keeping it real. They're like, okay, well, good luck, T. Hopefully they'll give you back your monetization in the future. Nobody followed me to Daily Motion. Nobody followed me to my website. And I came back to YouTube 2 months later. So, yeah, nobody will follow you. Trust me, I've been there. LiveJournal. I remember LiveJournal. We had to go hard for our favorite creators. We do. I hope they won't do this to the technology and programming sector of YouTube. Damn you, smart. Thank you. You definitely will be making money with digital consulting. You should push your website more. I didn't even know you had one. Yeah, we blog on the website every day. I talk about it during my lives. It's on. If you follow me on Twitter, we post every day. You know what I'm saying? But we don't get the traffic, but we still post because it's good to have a website. Love Child sent $5 and she said facts. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We have a lot of people in here tonight. And I've been on here for an hour with no issues. Oh, thank you, Lord Jesus. Because usually something's crashing. It's always some mess. How do I feel about the disappearance of likes? And will it affect people on Instagram? Shout out to Alita V Diary for becoming a member. Thank you so much for joining the membership. I appreciate it. As far as the likes, I don't know if I feel any type of way one way or another. I think Instagram, even Facebook, they're trying to clean up a lot of the mess that they created. Because now I was a late bloomer to Instagram. I didn't come onto Instagram until I want to say 2014. It was right before I moved to LA. But I know people have been on Instagram since its inception. But I didn't come on until 2014. But with them taking away the likes, they're trying to do it because, they're finding studies where those likes are really affecting people and how they see themselves and their self-esteem. And I've been saying this for years. And sometimes, when I speak, I would say the majority of y'all get it. Y'all understand where I'm coming from. But then there's just that small percentage of they just irk me because their whole thing is, you're just a hater. You're just mad. And this is no. I've been telling y'all for years, those likes, those thumbs up, those hearts are dopamine hits. You notice now everybody's talking about dopamine hits and how social media has become so addicting and we're addicted to likes and we're addicted to hearts because it gives us a dopamine hit. Put a teacup, one teacup. Don't spam. If you guys remember me talking about dopamine hits on social media and why people do the things that they do for likes. It's no different than gambling. It's no different than popping a pill. It's no different than drinking alcohol. It triggers us. It makes us feel good. It's a dopamine hit. And people have become addicted. That's the problem. Social media is a real addiction. And I can't lie to you guys. Thank you guys. I'm glad y'all see where I'm coming from. Jay Jersey Girl says a lot of people are coming to YouTube for the truth, not the narrative corporate media and the corporate politicians are pushing to cape for the 1%. Amen. Thank you, sis. Melanin Queen, what's up, girl? She says, don't nobody want mindless bullshit. They want substance, meat and taters. Enter lovely tea. Thank you. Good. Just one teacup. That's it. Perfect. So you guys remember this. I was saying this years ago. Remember when people were asking me, oh, why would Dr. Umar Johnson, he's such a celebrated, psychologist. Why would he go back and forth with Tariq Nasheed and all that bullshit? And I told y'all the simplest answer. He's a fame whore. He's gotten addicted to social media. He's gotten addicted to the attention. He's having people call him Big Papa and he has an alter ego and all this goofy shit. Social media fame is very addicting. And social media affects everybody. I'm not above this. You know how many nights, like, I can't even sleep anymore. Like, it's so hard for me to just, like, sleep. Because something's always dinging or ringing or I have to check this or I got to see that. Did I get a damn alert from YouTube and saying that this video's monetized or this video's demonetized? My brain is constantly just moving, racing. Like, social media is taking a toll on all of us, myself included. Like I said, I'm not beyond reproach, but it's just like, how do you handle that? That's the part that's just like really crazy. So I'm not mad at them for taking the likes away, but unfortunately, I feel like it's a little bit too late. It's a little bit too late. If people can't get their dopamine hits from their likes, they're going to find it elsewhere. And that's what it is. Fame is a drug. Social media is a drug. Anything that we use in excess gives us the same effects, the same high as a drug. Kids walking around here like zombies and shit. You're literally talking to them and all they're doing, they're just on Snapchat. Did you hear what I said? Yeah, hold on. They just walk around with their phones. It's like, God forbid you snatch the damn phone out their hand. It's like they go crazy. It's an addiction, you guys, and it's scary. It really is. Wow, shout out to all the new members. V. Tamar, thank you for the membership. Let's see here. The Angel Nunez Variety Show. Thank you so much for joining the membership. I appreciate it. Marlon Harrison says, that's why Ebony and Jet are shutting down because YouTube, Ball Alert, Shade Room, and Jasmine Brand. Thank you, Marlon. Yeah, it's the truth. A lot of things have changed. A lot of companies are shutting down. Magazine companies, things like that. Everything has now turned to social media. And, my son is addicted to PUBG. What is PUBG? I don't know what that is. There's so many new apps. I can't even keep up. I noticed that for me as well. I got to get back into reading. I need to get back into being a bookworm. Yeah. Like, I can't even tell you the last time I read a book. Even on the plane. I remember I was reading on the plane. People give me books all the time. And a lot of times on the plane, you're just so used to, like, watching a movie. Especially if you're, like, Delta. You're so used to watching a movie or being on your laptop. I can't even think of the last time I just curled up and read a good book. And I was always a bookworm. I mean, that's one thing I used to always like to do is to read. But now it's like, we don't, because everything that we need to read, we can just physically go onto the computer and read it. Let's see here. It's like a drug and it's on us. Umar and Tariq's beef made the woke community look bad. I need a chapter. Oh, PUBG's a video game. Oh, okay, I haven't heard of that one yet. Honey, I can't keep up. It's so many games and it's so much stuff. Vogue and Bazaar is still kicking. About time we evolve. Libraries are free. Ebooks are good. Yeah, a lot of libraries are shutting down. All the bookstores shut down. Border Books. I remember being younger, just going to the bookstore and just chilling in there for hours like it was a damn library. I know used to be mad, like, okay, you're just reading our book. You gonna buy something? I'd buy a cookie and literally just like read an entire book. That's how much I used to love to read, So it's crazy that it's not like that anymore. How do you tell your parents to send you your money to build a school for their kids? Oh, y'all talking about Umar Johnson? I haven't watched him in years, honey. I had to tune out. I can't take any of these woke folks seriously. I tuned out from all of them, Kaepernick included. I know some of y'all Kaepernick fans are mad and dragging me. It's fine. You guys will be okay, and you guys will be here to watch my next video. So it is what it is. Fortnite is fucking the kids up. Yeah, they're addicted to that Fortnite. They really. I tried to take my nephew's phone, and me and him were rolling around on the floor fighting. Yeah, it's scary. Oh my gosh, Keytron, it is really scary with some of these kids. You know, they throw fits and tantrums and scream, and it's insane. It's an addiction. That's what happened with my little cousin the other day. I was talking to her and she didn't even notice me. Yeah. You know, like I said, and this is not me talking down. I've been like that. You know, and that was one of the things that me and my oldest, we had like a deep conversation about. He's like, you know, when I come in here and I need to talk to you about something, I need you to close your laptop, set your phone down, and it just needs to be us having a conversation. So sometimes as parents, we have to be reminded about that too. Because sometimes as parents, we're just as bad as the kids. You know, a lot of times the adults like to look down and the kids be like, oh, they're always on their phone. I too have been guilty of that, you know? And now I make a more cosmic, I don't even know that's the word. Let me just use the word effort. Now I make a standard effort, okay? A full effort. When the kids come in here to ask me something or to talk to me, I shut the laptop, flip my phone down, and, you know, make eye contact and, you know, communicate with them like we're supposed to communicate, you know? So, yeah, it's very, you know, as parents, you got to check that as well because it goes both ways. Because I hate when I'm talking to my kids and they're totally, you know, and then you're like, okay, but the trash is still here. What happened? Oh, I forgot to take out the trash. But I literally talked to you for 5 minutes until you get all the trash in the house, and the trash is still here. Well, that's because he was on his phone, you know, on TikTok. You know, so it goes both ways. It can just be, it's just a major distraction. Let's see here. Eula Johnson says, your strawberry tea looks good. How do I purchase it? Thank you for the super chat. You can purchase it on Amazon.com. We still have some bags left on there. I made some actually today. I had a whole cup. I love my strawberry green tea lemonade. Brenda says she's addicted to TikTok. Why can you only vote like but not dislike for videos? I don't know about that because I get dislikes all the time. Miss Fifth says, keep that crown straight, queen. Going to sleep. Good night. Thank you so much for stopping through. I appreciate it. I know it's getting late. It's almost midnight. I'm going to get off here at midnight. Y'all still got house phones? Who got a house phone? I don't even have a house phone jack. I went to go look for one. I don't know why I thought we'd have one. Because I was like, oh gosh, I want to send a fax. I looked all over our house. There's no, I don't think like newer houses even come with house phone jacks anymore. So when I do my faxing now, I either have to go to like one of them like FedEx places or I have to do like an e-fax. NXV1 says I don't have a house phone jack either. Yeah, most people don't. I get all my content from you, so I don't know what to do because I'm a trucker and I watch you every day. Thank you so much, Shamika. I have a lot of female truckers that watch me. I just think that's awesome. There's two other ladies, they're truckers, and they watch me all the time, and I really like them. I met them in Arizona. Somebody said I got a house phone. I still have... Okay, so a few people still have house phones. I have a house phone, and I ignore it. I saw a video today about how bad the spamming is on phones. If you guys don't know... I remember about maybe 2 years ago, I started getting phone calls that would say scam. Yeah, is it scam? Yeah, scam likely. And my kids started getting on their phones and everything else. But I also noticed like all these robocalls would start coming to my phone. And to be honest with you, because you guys know I change my phone number like damn near every 6 months, I thought it was because I changed my number a lot. And I was always getting these like crazy California numbers where like, you know, somebody's badass kid was always getting suspended. So I'd get calls from like the teacher, come and pick up Raul. He's been kicked out of class. You know, I get voicemail. I'm like, who the hell's Raul? You know, so I thought it was because of that. But I saw a really interesting video today on CNET, and they were talking about how there's like this whole rise of robocalls and spam calls, and they're basically doing that to try and trick you out of money. So you'll get calls talking about, oh, you owe the IRS money. You have 30 days to pay. Call us to set up payment. And unfortunately, a lot of old people, they don't realize that it's a scam. So they'll call thinking that they owe the IRS money, and they'll pay some, Yahoo in China or India or something $500, and now they're out of their money. So they're saying that the whole robocall situation has become so bad that now a lot of phone companies have designated groups to help spam through all these phone numbers that spam people. And then at that point, that's when you'll get those spam likely calls or scam likely calls. So those are the phone calls that you don't want to answer. But yeah, those are getting really bad. Forever 21 is closing. Um, I think they're closing, but not all of their stores. The IRS will never call you if you owe them money. Yeah, they just freeze your shit. They will just freeze your account. That is the worst and the scariest shit ever. I had them freeze my account one time for an old ass bill from when I lived in South Carolina. I guess the person who did my taxes, they made a mistake, so I owed like an additional $2,000. They literally froze my account over $2,000. They claimed they've been trying to find me. I hadn't lived in South Carolina in probably 9 years, and they froze my account to get my attention because they had been sending, I guess, letters to my old house in South Carolina. I'm like, y'all could have just called me. Like, if y'all can find me to freeze my account, you guys can find me to set up a payment plan. That was just, I remember I cried because I was like, oh my gosh. Thank God I had gotten gas the night before. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get to work because, like, once they freeze your account, you can't get anything. Your entire account is frozen. You have to call them, and I'm on the phone with this IRS lady crying, and I'm thinking, like, do I owe these people hundreds and thousands? Like what happened? They did all that over $2,000. The IRS, they don't play about their coins, honey. They do not play. That was the worst. I said never again. So we got two more members, Brenda, and then we also have Ali Too Sweet. Thank you, ladies, for joining the membership. I appreciate it. I think YouTube is becoming like Mixer. Mixer, if you're partnered, you have subscribed. I don't even know what Mixer is. I've never seen that. I'm going to have to check that out. I was that person that froze people's accounts, and they came in all the time. DJ Fizzy. Yeah, man, that was like the worst. That was the worst. I was on the phone crying and shit. And the lady was like, no, calm down. You're not in trouble. We just got to figure out a payment plan. I was like, but y'all froze my entire account. Like, that's what I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to pay my bills. Everything's frozen. But they ended up, once I got in contact with them and set up a damn payment plan, they unfroze it like within like a few hours. But yeah, I was like crying. I was like boohoo crying. That was like the worst. Thank you, China Martin, for the membership. I appreciate it. Keep pushing. There are people on YouTube that internationally waste scammers' time. Did you know anything? Hold up. I want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm not about to get sued for $42,000. What about Patreon? Many people are using that now to make money. Yeah, a lot of people are using Patreon. All the damn money they got, and they did that for $2,000. Yeah, for $2,000, honey. The way they froze it, I'm like, that's why I was so scared. Like, damn, do I owe them like $20,000? Like, what's going on? It was $2,000. They froze my whole shit, but I got it back. It's to get your attention when they fax us to Unfrozen. Yeah, that they got my attention, all right. They sure did. But like I said, they had been sending letters, but they weren't sending it to my house or where I was staying in Minnesota. They were sending it to my old home in South Carolina. So, I mean, how can I know that they're sending mail to South Carolina when I haven't lived in that address in years? So that's why I thought it was bullshit, because if you could freeze my account, and my account is obviously registered in Minnesota, they could have easily found my new address to send me the letters. But I guess that was, that was just doing too much. They felt like freezing it. But it worked out. Like I said, they unfroze it within a few hours once I contacted them. And then I paid that shit off like within 2 months. I was like, I think I made like maybe 2 or 3 payments to them. I was done. Like, never again. I'm surprised they can just take it if they have the ability to freeze it. I don't think they really do. I don't think they'll just take it, because you got to realize I guess they could have if they really wanted to, but I think they want to work with you for the most part. Because what if you didn't have 2 racks to just give to them, you know? So for the most part, they'll try and work with you. I don't think they're ever just gonna take it unless you're like a flight risk or you owe thousands and thousands of dollars. Then maybe they will. The IRS said I owed over 4,000. I was like, hold on. Let me go back. Dang, the comment just disappeared. Hold on, I gotta find this comment. The IRS is like child support. If you give them $5 a month, you can't do nothing. I have clients that owe them 20K every year and just keep rolling over. Oh shit, that's a lot of money. Are you still gonna do news videos? No, I can't do any news videos. Nope. So that news channel, it's a wrap. They're not allowing any of that stuff. It's like they punish you for mature content, which the news would be considered more mature content, and now they're also punishing you for anything kid related or kid content. So it's like, what do y'all want from us? You know what I'm saying? So in a minute, like I said, I'll probably just have to sit around and do mukbangs and ASMR and just put on makeup, because it seems like those are the channels that don't really get messed with. They're like the beauty channels and the people who just sit and eat all day, which is crazy. So unique like me says, hey T, there are also people on Google Hangout that try to scam people with fake jobs. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how people, if they would put that same energy into like coming up with like some legitimate business, they'd be millionaires. But they love putting all that energy into scamming folks, trying to get over on people. And when you get over on people in that type of way, trust me, karma is real. So while you're, kikiing and laughing and enjoying that little bit of money, that quick cash, it always comes back to you. That's what people don't realize. You've gotten fake. I mean, why give somebody a fake job offer? That doesn't make any sense. Especially if somebody really needs a job. Like, why give them a fake job offer? I mean, like, what's that about? I got scammed on Indeed. Now, are they scamming y'all for money? Or are they just lying and saying, hey, you got a customer service job, and then when you show up at, the first day at the job, they're like, who the hell are you? Is that what y'all mean by scamming, or are they getting y'all for money? I'm confused. T, will you leave YouTube? This is keeps getting messy. I don't want you to leave. No, I don't think I'll leave anytime soon, but I mean, we'll just have to see. I definitely want to stay. Oh, for your social security number? Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Career Builder be having fake jobs too. Wow. So people are putting up fake jobs, and then you guys are applying with your social security number, and then they're doing stuff with people's socials. Okay. Now I get it. I haven't been on there in a long time. Wow. That is so sad. That is very scary. Indeed scams. They steal your resume on Indeed and ask for personal information leading to identity theft. Wow. See, that's why I like having these conversations, because there's things that I have no idea about and other people may not have any idea about, but you guys are shedding light on the situation. So I think that's awesome. Penny Snatcher says, I want to do a tarot. Do you think they are going to be affected? You talking about tarot card readings? I don't know. Again, everything's gonna be off of what topics you hit on. So if you're talking about children or anything that they deem child friendly, then they would definitely be affected. But then again, if you're talking about mature content, then you look at possibly being demonetized. So it's like a double-edged sword, and that's why I'm saying I don't know what YouTube wants from us. I really don't at this point. My homegirl tried to. Oh, I'm trying to read that comment. It just disappeared. My homegirl tried to hook me up on my taxes, and I got audited. Ain't that the worst? That is the worst. There's a huge range between kids and being mature, and that's the sad part. They have nothing specific. It's just this huge gap, and you're supposed to kind of just try and figure it out. But in the meantime, while figuring it out, you could get in trouble and get fined by the FCC. So that's the sad part. So now let me talk about the Monique situation. Um, What do y'all think about that? Bye, TC Collins. Good night. Thank you for stopping through. I know it's all late. So I know a lot of people have been asking me about Monique, and do I feel like she has a case? How do I feel about her suing Netflix? And in my personal opinion, I'll say this: I think Monique. I think she does have a lot of integrity for the most part, and she's very strong in her stance. So whatever Monique feels, she's gonna stand 10 toes down in it. So I do respect her for that. But truth be told, I don't think she has a case whatsoever. I just don't think so. Um, Jared Glenwater says, T, this man proved his ancestors were here. He's 100%. They took the land from the people who live there white, and he's not native, he's black. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Who is this man? Was this like a news story? Okay, so let's do this. I want to know, and I don't want y'all putting too many things in because I don't want nobody getting banned. If you guys think Monique has a case, put just one teacup. Don't put more than one. One teacup if you think she has a case. That's what I'm looking for. If you guys think she has a case, just put one teacup in there. There's like literally like two teacups. So most people don't think she has a case. Okay. Yeah. I just don't think she has a case. I get what she's saying, but at the end of the day, we live in this world, and this world is about fame, popularity, and if Netflix investors decide to give Monique $1 million for her stand up, will they see their money back? Nobody's about to invest anything and they can't guarantee a return. And unfortunately, Monique has done more with this podcast and has done more with fitness than she's done with her comedy as of late. And Netflix cannot be too racist because they've given a platform to many black people who wouldn't have a platform in Hollywood. They brought in Shonda Rhimes. They paid her millions of dollars. Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Tiffany Haddish. So I think, should she have been offered a lot more? Yes. But at the end of the day, this is a private company. And if that's all they want to offer her, that's all they had the right to offer her. What she could have done, like I said before, is either take that money, do the stand up, and then once it's sold out, people spoke highly of it. Then you come back to Netflix and you renegotiate your contract. But she didn't do that, and Netflix already released a statement today stating that they're going to fight her. So I don't even know if she has Netflix money to take on a big company like Netflix. But they're definitely going to fight her because at this point she's trying to sour and ruin their reputation, and they're not having it. Monique doesn't have a multicultural audience. They're not going to invest into her. Exactly. That's the big difference between her, Dave Chappelle, Amy Schumer. White folks are going to support their own, period. So Amy Schumer's good. Dave Chappelle has a huge white fan base. White people fuck with Dave Chappelle heavy. Chris Rock has a huge white fan base. When you go to any of their comedy shows, I've been to Dave Chappelle. I've seen him live. There's a lot of white people in the audience. Okay? Kevin Hart has a huge white fan base. And that's something that Monique does not have. She has just mainly she mainly has just an urban fan base. Okay? Even Michael Blackston and Gary Owens, they came out around the same time as Monique. They've been in the game for a long time. A lot of young kids rock with Michael Blackston and Gary Owens, even though they've been around for a long time, because they're still funny. They're relevant. They understand how to use social media. They make jokes. They live stream. They interact with their fans, and they're still in that comedy world. Again, when I go to Monique's Instagram, all I see is fitness videos. Nothing about her Instagram says I'm a comedian. I have a tour coming up. None of that stuff. So I just think, I get what she's trying to do. And she's saying that she's doing this for the people coming behind her. But you still don't have a case, sis. I'm just saying. She accepted 50K from Lee Daniels for Precious, but not 500K from Netflix. And this was after the rumor that she was difficult to work with. Exactly. Hey, my loves. Because they're still funny. She has a mainly black woman fan base, and that doesn't really steam. Um, what's up, Hip Hop Granny? Monique is just walking on dangerous ground. I agree. She has no white fans. That's why she looks crazy, thinking she has pull in the industry, and she's still trying to ride the hype from that Grammy from years ago. She really is, and that's the thing that just trips me out. Cause like I said in my one video, like okay, she won a Grammy for Precious, but let's not act like that was some stellar role. She did a good job acting her out, but that Precious character, the mama's character, was like one of the worst stereotypes of a black woman. So let's not act like she was, like playing the role of Harriet Tubman or, Hattie McDaniels. She was playing Precious's mama, a woman who was verbally, physically, and sexually abusive to her own daughter. I hated that movie. Oh, did I say Grammy? I'm sorry, I meant an Oscar. That's when you know I'm tired. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm calling an Oscar a Grammy. My bad. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, my loves. Why do black women get Oscars for stereotypical roles? It's the same with black men. Denzel Washington has played so many good characters, so many good roles, and what did he win his first Oscar for? Training Day. A crooked ass, South Central cop. When he's played in movies like what's that movie? He was a slave and they was whooping him and that one tear rolled down his cheek. Was that Glory? Yeah, it was Glory. That was my movie back in the day. He's played a lot of like just meaningful characters, and he won it for playing dude in Training Day. So unfortunately, our people, yeah, Glory was a good movie. Malcolm X, exactly. He's played so many good roles that he could have won let me stop saying Grammys, that he could have won an Oscar for and that he didn't. So it's like they like to give us Oscars for these stereotypical roles. Just like when 3 6 Mafia won, was it an Oscar or a Grammy? I believe it was an Oscar. They won their first Oscar for, It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp, for the soundtrack for that movie, for Hustle and Flow. So it's crazy that's the stuff that we win awards for. Philadelphia was another good movie. Yup, Holly Berry won for being a prostitute. Stephen Binko in Cry Freedom. I don't know that movie. Now she's on YouTube talking about an open relationship. Yeah. I think at this point in time, Monique needs to move on from this whole Netflix thing. I feel like this. If you're funny, why not do, what she really should do? Now that everybody's on YouTube any damn way, she needs to do like a comedy show on YouTube. Live stream it, charge money, and just go in and get her money like that. Maybe do a comedy show once a month on YouTube and charge her fans. And say you can't watch this stream unless you pay, $50, $100 from the comfort of your own home. You got to think outside the box, especially when the industry is so-called blackballing you and not trying to work with you. At that point, you have to think of other ways to reinvent yourself. Ebrick says, hey, I love you, girl. I love you, T, girl. Sacramento, California. Come visit. You are so true about Monique. She needs to step her game all the way up. Thank you so much for the super chat. And it's the truth. Like I said, you always have good ideas, T. You need to be a talent manager. Hell, I need a manager. A good one. If you know anybody, holla at me. But, that's something I would do if I was Monique. Being that all these celebrities are on YouTube, why not charge for a YouTube comedy show? Do something like that once a month. That would make sense. And like I said, I like Monique as a person. I feel like she does have a lot of integrity. But I also, feel like a lot of this is just nonsense. Because at the end of the day, you cannot get mad at what somebody offers you. Again, you don't control anybody. The only person that you control is yourself. So they offered you something, you didn't want it, you declined it. Okay, well then you have to move on. You can't then say that, you want to sue them for discrimination and for gender discrimination and racism and all this stuff when they have given money, big sums of money to other black people and other women, black women included. Now, do I think Amy Schumer is funny? Am I a fan of Amy Schumer? Absolutely not. I think she's a comedy joke thief. She done stole a lot of comedy bits from Patrice O'Neal. I think Amy Schumer sucks. But me thinking that her comedy sucks means nothing, because at the end of the day, when Amy Schumer does a tour, when Amy Schumer puts out a movie, her fans and her fan base who rocks with her, they go out and they support her heavy. Okay, she's always selling out. She may not be the funniest, but she does sell out. And that's all Netflix is concerned with. If we give you this money, if we invest this money into you, will we get our money back? And with the way Monique is going, nobody's sure of that. And nobody's going to invest in something that they're not going to receive their money back. And people can talk all that mushmouth shit on the internet, but damn it, you wouldn't even give somebody $10. You wouldn't even invest $10 in somebody if you couldn't flip it and make back a 20. Okay? So now we're asking people to invest hundreds and thousands of dollars into somebody, where they feel comfortable, and then the person's demanding more money, and when they say, well, no, I'm not gonna, pay that, now they're in the wrong. That doesn't make any sense. They have the right to do with their money as they see fit. That's just business. Let's see here. I would love. Her husband has a lot of influence. Amy's movies have bombed in the box office. Amy just sucks. I'm just not a fan of Amy Schumer. But she's had a few good movies that didn't bomb, but for the most part, I don't watch her movies. I'm just not interested in them. But she's had a few that's gone on to do good things. Sad to say, I think her husband is Ike Turner. Oh, Lord. I don't think he's that. Sydney ain't that bad now, is he? Sydney ain't doing that. He's not beating her like Ike beat Tina. And a lot of people blame her husband. They feel like, he's like really mismanaged her career and he hasn't done right by her. But I don't know. I mean, she's saying that he's gotten her some of the best deals she's ever had in her career. He's got her into meetings that she wasn't able to get into with her white managers. So she seems pretty happy with the work that Sydney's done for her. I can't knock her for that, because at the end of the day, that's her husband. Look, the Dion, that boy Simmons says, fat girl and skinny girl jokes don't work no more. No, they don't, especially when she's now skinny herself. She's lost a lot of weight. She's looking good. She's looking healthy. Um, Francois says, T World's A's Day is coming up. How can I reach you? What do you need to reach me about? Just send me an email. Eat the cake anime. Now, I don't think that Sydney's that bad, y'all. Y'all stop. He ain't as bad as Ike. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Snacks. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That movie she did about body image was dreadful. I didn't even watch that. Monique has had running gag jokes about her weight, and when she lost weight, she don't know what to say anymore. Yeah, those jokes are just dumb. They're done at this point. She submitted to her husband like Fantasia does. I don't think there's anything wrong with submitting to your husband if he's a good man and he's a good husband. Now, if his name is Ike Turner, I don't know about that shit. Let's see here. No, I'm for real. As long as he's a good person. I'm about to change my name to CEO Illuminati. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong. Terrible manager. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he has always been in a management position, if he's managed other people, or if this is his first time managing and he's, using Monique as like his first big management gig. I'm not really sure where Sydney came from, but I know they've been together for years. I know that was like her best friend and everything else. Okay, it's almost midnight here. We got like 5 minutes left. Night tea, love you, but I got class in the morning. No problem. I'm about to jump off of here in like 3 more minutes. As far as Kodak Black, Somebody asked me about Kodak Black. I don't feel bad for him. He's facing other gun charges now. I think he's facing like 2 more felony gun charges. I don't feel bad for Kodak Black. First of all, he came from, I don't know, Little Haiti or something like that in Miami. Not the world's best rapper, but he got a few bops. You know what I'm saying? I've listened to, some of his music. And again, instead of being grateful for the opportunity that he was blessed with, he decided to show out, act a fool, and just do a bunch of stupid shit. Now, my thing is this. The way he got caught to me was just goofy. He goes into a gun store. He's a known felon, and he's applying to get a gun. Well, at the same time he's in there applying to get a gun, there happens to be a police officer. And of course, the police officer recognizes Kodak Black, and he's being nosy as hell. So he decides to basically run a check and see what Kodak Black put on the application. And so when they went to go look at his application, they saw where he lied about several different things. And at that point is when they issued an arrest warrant for him, because that is a federal crime. You cannot lie on a gun application. But my thing is this. Why not have your homeboys or somebody who does not have a felony, who does not have a criminal background, why not have them go and register the guns, and then you hire them as your security? But again, common sense ain't so common. So he's looking at a lot of time. Sam Q says, shout out Amo Bawoni. I see Bawoni. Is that your name? Bawoni means hi. Kodak is a damn clown. I love your channel. He broke the law. Simple. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not like the lawyer, the one that be trying to front like he's so cool with 6ix9ine. He was breaking it down on his Instagram. He was like, oh no, everybody needs to pray for Kodak Black and keep him in prayer. He's looking at 20 years. I will say my prayers for somebody who appreciated their freedom, who try to do the right thing. Good luck to you, Kodak Black, but I'm not going to be shedding any tears for him. Especially being that, he don't like, black bitches. So I'm sure he don't want my black ass praying for him. So good luck. Nah, I'm cool. He broke the law. Exactly. Isn't Kodak Black dating Bad Baby? I don't think so. I doubt it. Boone cleaned himself up. Oh, did Boone go to rehab? Well, that's good if he cleaned himself up. I haven't seen anything on him in a while. Kodak is looking at 30 years for each account. Yeah. Anyone remember the magazine called Sister Sister? I used to love that magazine. I had that Sister magazine that was ran by Jamie Brown. I used to be subscribed to her magazine. And remember Honey Magazine? Honey Magazine was dope. I subscribed to them. They sent me like 5 magazines and they went bankrupt and never gave back my money. So that was bogus, Honey Magazine. The kids from the 2000s, y'all remember that. And I used to be subscribed to King Magazine too. I used to get all the King magazines sent to my house. And, I would look at all the girls on the cover and be like, oh my God, I would love to be on King one day. Never happened. I remember Brandy was on there, and think Trina was on there before, Megan Good. So they had like a lot of, pretty and classy women on there. It wasn't just all video vixens. The Shade Room just posted Boom. Okay, I haven't been on there all day. I'm gonna have to go check it out. All right, you guys, it's now 2 minutes to midnight. We've been on here for 2 hours. We had a lovely conversation. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I feel a lot better. Because when I first came on, I was like going through it still. But I feel a lot better. I'm still trying to figure out like what videos to make. And I get tons of requests all the time. But honestly, I have to like be really, really careful with what videos I shoot. The topics, what they're about. Because again, with this new COPPA situation, I just can't talk about every and anything. Certain things I'll talk about on Instagram or, try and make little micro blogs so you guys can know my opinions about them. But other things I'm not going to be able to make a YouTube video on. So just respect that. Don't get mad and be like, oh, T's selling out and she's not talking about certain topics. I can't. Because again, if I get a $42,000 fine, ain't nan person going to help me pay it. Okay. So that's just being all the way real. That's just being transparent with you guys. honestly do not know right now what content I'm going to be able to shoot, what stories I should hit on, and I want to start getting myself prepared now instead of doing a bunch of crazy stuff and then come January they start hitting, videos and start implementing rules. I'd rather get in compliance now. So that's why it's just been like it's been crazy ever since everything hit the other day. It's just been nuts. Everybody's talking about it on YouTube. Definitely make sure you guys watch a few like the white dudes who do like gaming channels. They've really been breaking it down. They've been really talking about making a lot of really good talking points about the whole COPPA situation. So definitely check out some of their videos if you guys want to know even more stuff. But I think I broke it down pretty good in this stream. But the whole situation is just really frightening because it's like I don't know where YouTube is going to be like in the next year, 2 years. I'm not sure. I think at this point it's just going to turn into a giant television station and give it all original content. You have always been above the rest in your range. I'm sure we'll still enjoy it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, you guys. Oh, one more comment. Let me see. I love you, T. Thank you for having this late night live. But please, maybe shoot some news content on your website with your views. Have sweet dreams. Thank you so much. Yes, it's very unfair. But y'all, it's all good. So I'm going to go ahead and log off. I got to get to this gym. It's midnight. I'm going to go and try and work out for like an hour and then come back home and go to bed. But I've been doing good. I've been working out every day for like the past, I think, like 3, 4 days. I'm sore. Like my hips are sore, my thighs are sore, my abs, oh my gosh, they are so sore. But it's good to be sore because then, that means you're actually working out. So I want my 6 pack back. That's my goal. So yeah, I'm about to get to the gym. I'll talk to you guys later. Good night. Bye.